Ever feel like your to-do list is multiplying faster than you can check things off? Like there's never enough time, no matter how early you wake up or how hard you hustle? Well, I did. That's when I stumbled upon Ali Abdaal's Productivity Blueprint, a system that promises to unlock the secret to doing more with less effort. But does it really work? I tested it for 7 days to find out, and trust me, the results will surprise you. By the way, if you've ever Googled how to be productive while procrastinating, welcome to the club. You're in good company. So, here's how this experiment started. I committed to following Ali's exact framework, time blocking, the 80-20 rule, and his famous concept of the 2-minute rule. For 7 days, I tracked everything, wins, fails, and those awkward moments when Netflix tried to lure me back. Now let's dive into what I learned, step by step. Point 1, time blocking. Structure equals freedom. First up was time blocking. Ali emphasizes that every hour of your day should have a purpose. At first, this sounded rigid, like turning your life into a spreadsheet. But by day 3, I realized this wasn't about restriction. It was about clarity. When you know exactly what you're doing and when, there's no space for decision fatigue. And guess what? I ended up working fewer hours while getting more done. Now, here's the kicker. Most people waste up to 2 hours a day just figuring out what to do next. That's 730 hours a year, almost an entire month of your life. Are you okay with throwing that away? And before you think, this sounds intense, let me tell you, time blocking also includes scheduled naps. Yep, naps. Ali's words, not mine. But time blocking is just the start. The real game changer? Ali's take on the Pareto Principle. Point 2, the 80-20 rule. Focus on high-impact tasks. Ali's approach to the 80-20 rule is straightforward. Identify the 20% of tasks that yield 80% of your results and ruthlessly prioritize them. For me, this meant cutting out low-value activities like endless email checking. Instead, I doubled down on what truly moved the needle, like creating content and building skills. Here's the mind-blowing part. By day 5, I had achieved more meaningful results than I typically would in 2 weeks. It was like hitting fast forward on my goals. But focusing only on the 20% comes with its own set of challenges, one of which nearly derailed me midweek. I'll share how I overcame it in just a moment. First, let's talk about a simple yet powerful hack that Ali swears by, the 2-minute rule. Point 3, the 2-minute rule. Kill procrastination. Here's how it works. If a task takes less than 2 minutes, do it immediately. No second guessing, no overthinking. This tiny habit created massive momentum for me. By day 4, I had cleared out small tasks that had been haunting my to-do list for weeks. It was like decluttering my brain. And here's why this matters. Those small, lingering tasks aren't just annoyances. They drain your mental energy, leaving you less focused for what truly matters. Think about it. What would happen if you finally stopped delaying the inevitable? Pro tip, don't use this rule as an excuse to rearrange your pens for 2 minutes. Been there, done that. But what happens when your brain resists even the simplest tasks? That's where Ali's mindset strategies come in. Point 4, the power of incremental improvement. Ali stresses the importance of 1% improvements, small, consistent actions that compound over time. Instead of aiming for perfection, I focused on making tiny adjustments to my daily habits. By day 7, these micro changes started to feel automatic. This reminded me of a quote Ali often shares. You overestimate what you can do in a day, but underestimate what you can achieve in a year. Think about the potential of 1% improvements stacking up daily over a year. But the real magic of this principle lies in how it transforms your mindset. Let me explain. And that brings us to the 5th, and possibly most surprising lesson of this experiment. Point 5, systems over goals, the real productivity hack. Ali's core philosophy is this. Don't obsess over goals, focus on building systems. Why? Because systems create consistent results, while goals can sometimes lead to burnout or disappointment. Think about it. How many times have you set ambitious goals, only to abandon them a few weeks later? Without systems in place, goals are just wishes. Plus, let's be honest, your new year, new me, gym membership isn't going to use itself. Build the system first. By the end of 7 days, I realized that productivity isn't about doing more, it's about doing the right things, consistently. But there's one final takeaway that ties everything together. Point 6, energy management, over time management. Ali emphasizes that productivity isn't just about managing your time, it's about managing your energy. You could have all the time in the world, but if your energy is drained, nothing gets done. For me, this meant identifying my energy peaks and scheduling my most important tasks during those times. Here's the reality. Pushing through fatigue doesn't make you a hero, it makes you inefficient. By day 5, I stopped working against my natural rhythm and started working with it, and suddenly everything felt easier. Ask yourself, when are you at your best? Morning, afternoon, or evening? If you don't know, track your energy for a few days. The results might surprise you. But energy management goes beyond just timing. It also includes taking care of your body and mind, which leads us to the next game changer. Point 7. Rest as a productivity tool. This might sound counterintuitive, but Ali argues that rest is as important as work. Breaks aren't just downtime, they're an investment in your output. In fact, by scheduling deliberate breaks and rest periods, I found myself avoiding burnout completely. Think about it. How many times have you pushed through exhaustion, only to find your work suffers anyway? Taking time to recharge ensures your best effort, not just any effort. And here's a bonus. Ali's rest strategy includes guilt-free breaks. No multitasking, no productive podcasts, just pure relaxation. By day 7, this mindset shift had completely transformed how I approached my work. So now let's pull all these lessons together and reflect on what this experiment truly taught me. Here's what I learned. Productivity isn't a destination. It's a journey of continuous improvement. Ali Abdaal's blueprint isn't just a set of tips. It's a mindset shift that helps you reclaim your time and live with intention. And if you're willing to commit, even for just 7 days, the impact can be life-changing. But the journey doesn't stop here. If you're ready to take your productivity to the next level, check out my video on 12 rules that unlock the secret to success. The last one will shock you, where I dive into this. Click the link on your screen, and let's keep building a life of wealth and purpose together.